None for 24. Oh, wanted to hit it big down the ground. Didn't catch it in the middle of the bat this time. They do not take a risky second.
And it's back to normal Sharjah conditions. That's another opener with our fellow commentator. But it's back to the heat, it's back to the sunshine, and that dries out the pitch quicker, and also it's more a comfort zone for the groundsman to actually prepare the pitch in.
Yeah, the pitch here, it's glass-like, isn't it? But it's played a little slow at times, and we saw a bit of turn yesterday. Narayan was brilliant. He got real fizz. And it's an interesting strip because you see grass around on the square, the two pitches to the top of what we're playing on today, and there is grass there, but obviously in the preparation that just gets taken away. Been there 40 years. The groundsman, curator.
Yeah, when we first saw him here in Sharjah, he had a good mop of hair. That's a nice cut shot. Will it be stopped? Yeah, it's a good return back to Sangakkara. Imran Tahir there, very quick across the ground. Just a little different perspective to running between the wickets. Edge caught behind, gone. Extra bit of bounce working for Mohammad Irfan, and Sangakkara is having a pretty decent time behind the stumps.
Well, we're hitting that phase where wickets start to fall. It normally happens around 12 to 16 overs, where setting the big total can really stall. That's a big one, and a good bowling change. The big fella finally gets a wicket through that extra bounce. Sangakkara, he's got the catch, he's got the stumping. Earlier 15 he's gone for. It's 92.
Yeah, crafts a knock here. Got to get going straight away. Oh, that's a difficult ball to hit for a newcomer. Extra bit of lift from Mohammad Irfan, and as was the case on this occasion, almost a cross-seam delivery that took off.
Yeah, we see the bowlers use that cross-seam a lot, and these sort of pitches, hits the seam, it can stand up slower, it hits the leather, skid through. But really kicked, didn't it? Added bounce.
I like the way he followed the batsman also, didn't give him any room. Yeah. A good spell of bowling from Irfan. He finishes his 4, 1 for 27, 92 for 5. Right, let's play. Here we go then. He's very keen to hit that line, that middle and leg stump angle to Sarfraz. He likes to hit the ball square, and so that's a good ploy to have and to implement.
Multan have had this strategy of bowling Mohammad Irfan out fairly quickly, and it's worked. He's got those wickets with his bounce. But the latest he's finished his four overs in this PSL is by the 14th over. So they've played to his strengths of just bowling back of the length with the newish ball, and they're not bowl at the death.
Just wondering why, because if they allow him to bowl those Yorkers, I think it would be a very, very good proposition. There's this length bowling, yeah, I mean, at times it'll work, at times it may backfire, but ask him to bowl that Yorker from that height. It can have an effect on the batsman, especially who are looking to hit him hard.
Yeah, I hear you. I think that's correct. But just the think tank, just Wasim Akram feels that he's at his best where he's banging it in short of a length, and he just wants him to do that throughout his 4 overs. You're absolutely correct, he has a brilliant Yorker.
Tell you what, Rummies, this run rate's come in. It was 7.5, it's under 7s now. 10 runs and over from here is 158, so it's just getting harder and harder to get anywhere near that 160. We're starting to get into the frame that we're used to. Around 140, 150.
I think there's been a real issue with the middle overs and middle order not clicking, because they just do not have enough fuel in the tank to go hard in the last 5 or 7 overs with wickets in hand. That scenario has not developed for most of the sides so far in this year's HBL PSL. They lose wickets either in the first block of 6 or in the middle, and so there's a dry run and a dry spell that starts from, say, over number 14 to 20. So they haven't really played the last bit of power play that well. Right now they just, I think, more consumed in not losing a wicket. That can't be right, because we just 6 overs away from end of the game, 97 for 5. Sohail Tanvir is a specialist when it comes to bowling at the death. You'll see a lot of variations. You'll not see a lot of seam-up deliveries from Sohail Tanvir. You see a wider Yorker, a slower bouncer. He mixes them up very, very nicely.
Well, he got away with that first ball. That's the one that can be pulled for 4. Look at this. It's short, sits up. Just doesn't time it. It was there. That's the one. You find the boundary rope, and that probably comes down to the batting attitude, how you're thinking it in the middle. You miss those, there's your 4 ball.
But Tanvir's probably played a lot against Sarfraz as well. He knows him inside out. He's not a great player of the pull shot. He's more through the offside point area.
Oh, it's a no ball. Overstepping, and brings up the 100. And maybe a big shot coming up as well. It's just not done these days. How far was he over? Oh yes, clearly over the line.
It can be so costly. It can change your flow too. I think if a batsman just needs a reason to spring into action, you know, Ahmed now just knows he can launch, gets it away. There's that commitment to the big shot, and maybe he can keep going with it.
That's a good delivery, fuller length, wide outside the off stump. He'll be cursing himself because it was in his zone. He likes that square drive. It's an opportunity.
Sohail Tanvir did well to keep it away from his pads though. We've seen him sweep the fast bowlers a lot, like Moin Khan in his heyday. Likes that deep square leg region or fine leg region, just waltzing across and sweeping.
Just not been able to time the ball. I think that's the frustrating bit about this pitch, because it is glossy. It appears as if the ball will come on to bat, and somehow when you vary the pace, you struggle to hit the ball crisply.
Yeah, and that's the message that we need to keep understanding. There's no batsman really been able to fire and get the big score, so it's obviously the pitch is really hard and slows up, and you can't use that pace you think's there.
It's a miss hit. This should be taken. Pollard is a brilliant fielder, easily taken. Yeah, once again a miscue and mistimed shot. This time it was Mohammad Nawaz, possibly befuddling him with a slow delivery. So things working for Multan Sultans.
Yeah, change of pace. Another one of those slow ones that Sohail Tanvir possesses, and No timing on that, just hit it up in the air, and Pollard's never going to drop that. Another wicket down, so the wickets start tumbling. Middle overs, it's gone for 301.
It's another wicket. This is going to be out as well. Yes, the catching has been good.
Yeah, the stroke play is not good though, and these wickets, they cost the big innings. And it is all getting a little easier for the run chase. Multan Sultans, they've elected to field, and it's now happening for them. That was a sitter. There's a bit of a sun issue. He's got the shades on. But the wickets, they're losing too many too quickly in the dying overs. And it's all out for 30. Sarfraz Ahmed, and 101 for...
Polo has picked up a hat-trick in this year's HBL PSL. That's well defended. Quetta Gladiator sliding quite fast. 101 for the loss of 7.
.101 for 7 from 15. Run rate is fractionally out of 7s. And Imran Tahir, he's bowled a couple of overs. Suiting him, these conditions, no doubt about it. Good stuff from Spidey. Oh, almost down the throat of Spidey. Wonderful hands out there. Maksud getting rid of Sarfraz. And what was looking like 160 is looking a lot less now. Leg stump gets disturbed. 8th one down here.
Well, it's been a procession of gladiators, and Multan are just tightening their grip on this match. Imran Tahir lures Hassan Khan down the pitch, beats him with flight, beats him with spin, and that's the end of it. It's a no ball check, and that's fine. Hassan Khan has gone for naught. He faced 2 deliveries. He's going to have to continue that walk. He's gone for naught. It's 102 for 8.
We're on another hat-trick here. Here's a wrong un, and there goes Imran Tahir. Oh, once again, this wonderful leg spinner is on a hat-trick in 2020 cricket.
If they had a wicket celebration sprint off, Imran Tahir would win the gold medal. Let's have a look at it again. The big Duke, John Hastings. Oh, that's the wrong one, big fella. And look at him go. Hey, have a look at me. I'm flying. Oh, me, he likes that one. But John Hastings, Capra Golden, it's a hat-trick time maybe. It's 102.
Rahat Ali to face the music. Baby, and let's get on the party scene again. He's got a hat-trick here. It's like he scored the winner in the World Cup final versus Brazil. Oh, they're loving it. On their feet. Brilliant.
Well, he's celebrating a hat-trick, but can you believe it's going to be reviewed? The front foot is fine. There is no problem with that. He was never going to overstep on a hat-trick ball, was he? It's this one right here. It's hit him bang in front. The bat came down as an afterthought. There's no contact with wood right there. It's hit him on the roll, and he's bang in front. I suppose you say